we are at the Rubik's Cube US National Championships 2019. It's Thursday morning, so the first events of the day are clock and 7x7, and we're just about ready to get started.
Welcome to Rubiks presents Cube USA Nationals 2019.
That was Max Park with the 7x7 world record single, 140.89. Alright, let's go ahead and check out what's going on in multi-blind right now. Alright, that was really cool. 51 out of 54, so almost a world record. Anyway, next up we have 5x5 back in the main room, then Rubik's Cube with feet, that'll be fun, and then one-handed where I finally get to compete for the day. There's the Rubik's Cube with feet world record average, 2150 something by Daniel Rose Levine. Well, that was horrible. I mean, the solves themselves weren't even that bad. I just messed up a lot of algorithms, especially on that first solve. Anyway, it's time for something interesting. I'm actually going to go help build a cube mosaic. Alright, so here we have the team. We're going to be building a mosaic of J.R. Kuber's face, apparently. And there we go. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool. I really like it. Thank you guys.
So here's the mosaics that the other two teams built tonight. I'm pretty sure there's going to be more being made all weekend. Anyway, that's all that's scheduled for the first day of the competition, so I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Alright, second day, so it's time for some early morning 5 blind. I believe Stanley Chappell's been setting lots of world records in this event recently, so I'm excited to go see how he does. Alright, no world records this time, but I am looking forward to doing more of my own stuff today after square one in 6x6. Huh, interesting. Alright, I'm about to go compete in 4x4. Let's just try not to do as bad as yesterday, and then after that will be Skewb. Alright, so 4x4 started off well, then went downhill very quickly. Skewb did pretty well, got a lot of pretty decent solves, but overall my average was a little bit slower than my PB. But overall, those two events went pretty well today. Anyway, coming up next is Pyraminx over here, so let's see what Juan Pablo Juanqui can do. Alright, last event of the night is FMC just finishing up back there, and now it's time for some seminars.
Hello everyone. 5 cubic statistical questions. 2x2 is not as pointless as you think.
Teaching people how to solve the cube using quantification principles.
So it's the morning of the third day of the competition, and today's the day with all the really popular events. It'll take a long time to get through everyone. So 2x2, 3x3, and Pyraminx. Anyway, first up for me is 2x2. Looks like Will Callan with the North American record 2x2 average. Alright, 2x2 is finally just about finished. Even the shortest event at full capacity on all the stages still takes around 2 hours for everyone to compete, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, next up after lunch is 3x3 blindfolded. Alright, that was really cool. Anyway, this place is packed now that 3x3 is starting, which means I should go and practice. Hopefully I can get a PB average in that event. Alright, that was a rather bad and pretty inconsistent Pyraminx average, as I should have expected from not really practicing at all. Anyway, that's basically it for official rounds at the competition today, aside from like FMC of course, and that was also my last average of the competition, making this my first competition where I haven't gotten a PB, so I guess that's at least one accomplishment. Now, after FMC today, there are going to be some unofficial events. There's going to be a 3x3 tournament between different regions of the US, and there's also going to be a parent team blind, which I'm actually participating in. .421. We got a V perm the first time, and somehow I messed up the Y perm, so we wound up doing OLL and PLL again. We got another G perm. But for never having done that before, I think those are pretty decent times, even if it was second to last place. Anyway, that is just about it for the night, so I'll see you on the last day. Alright, last day of the competition means it is finals day. First up though, we have 4x4 blindfolded, which should be exciting. Alright, that was Stanley Chappell with the 4-blind world record at 106.84. Anyway, right now a bunch of different semi-final rounds are going on. I'll show you if any interesting solves happen, but after that is the finals. Alright, looks like we're making the final preparations for the finals. First up is square one, I believe, but then after that you go through all the different events until we get to 3x3.
And in first place for square one with a time of 7.99 seconds, Ethan Ares. Pyraminx, our national champion with a time of 2.78 seconds, Jonathan Gaynor. 5x5 with a time of 43.9 a time of 22.77 seconds, our national champion, Max Park. For 2x2, with a time of 1.48 seconds, is our national champion, Will Callan. And in first place, with a time of 10.81 seconds, is our one-hand national champion, Max Park. And in first place, with a ridiculous world record time of 15.50 seconds, our national champion, Max Hilliard. First place with a time of 7.